Hello, welcome everybody on a Monday. How's everybody doing? What a crazy weekend. What a crazy weekend we had. Jasmy Doge, all sorts of other things going on. And today in stocks, the GameStop thing, Berkshire Hathaway, what happened there? All sorts of things going on. A lot to talk about. But first, we're going to hang out for a little bit. And then we'll get into the news and talk all the charts and all of that stuff as well. So, yeah, good stuff. Look, here's the Dogecoin chart right here. Where's Doge? It's right on my white line. See that white line there? Well, that white line is my June price prediction line for Dogecoin. And we're following the line. And this is kind of what I think it's going to do. Now, we could have some more little dippity-doos like we had here on Sunday, but generally going to stick to this line. So we will be following that as the month goes along. But again, that was my June Dogecoin price prediction video, which I did on Saturday. Then this weekend, I did another video on Jasmy, because Jasmy had this epic triple bull flag pattern, of which early Sunday morning I predicted Jasmy would hit 4 cents, and it hit 4 cents. Exactly. So we're looking at a big sell-off, and I will tell you what that sell-off is. If you didn't see the little bit in my video this morning, we'll talk about that. And Jasmy seems to be curling around nicely as a recovery, and we'll see where Jasmy goes from here. And there are some that are talking about in the near future, 200% for both Doge and Jasmy, with which, of course, they've got greater price targets further in the future. So all of that and more on Kriss Packs Live today, but the theme is 200%. We're going to be talking about 200%. Some of you are already up 200%. Jasmy already went from 2 cents to 4 cents right there. So Jasmy goes up 200 to 400%. That's a 2x. But that's not 200%. That's only 100%. It's got to go another up to 8 to be 200%. Can Jasmy do that? Of course. We'll be looking at the news on that as well. So let me drop down here in the corner, and we will see what else is going on in the markets, because we've got Bitcoin hanging around at 69K. 69K right in there, reclaimed 69, touched over 70 this morning, right when George was on cryptos are us, and everybody was screaming 70,000 reclaimed Bitcoin. And what did it do? It just dumped back down to 69, of which it did, of course, back here on May 27th. And it did, of course, back here on May 22nd. It cannot hold 70K right now. So, yeah, sideways. And we'll talk to Spell Token as well, low roller. Yes, I saw your comment earlier. Spell went on a big run today. Kind of funny how that happens. But yes. Oh, and Venom has some Spell as well. Jasmy and Spell, good tokens to be in. Definitely those low-cost tokens that you can get on multiple different platforms are doing very well. And this is still early bull. And we're waiting, of course, what's going to happen to Bitcoin. Are we going to see a big run in Bitcoin coming forward? And then what's going to happen with the Ethereum ETF? I mean, look at this. Big run up we had on the 20th of May. And then ETH has gone sideways. I mean, look at this ETH chart. It is just sideways. So everybody's in a wait and see mode on ETH. It's not moving, just straight sideways. That's a pretty incredible chart here for something like ETH, you know, for 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, just straight sideways. So that's a quick overview of the market. Let me see what's going on in the chat, and then we will get to the news. If you're watching this on the video replay, that means you were not here for the live. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually at 5 o'clock, but I usually start early at 4:30 on days when we got a lot to talk about, which is today. We got a lot to talk about. So, hey, Vince, how are you? Yes, early again, Ryan. Yeah, the little, that was the Snoop Doge video from a couple years ago when Snoop was on the Dogecoin bandwagon. And then he broke out and did his own NFT collection and really hasn't revisited Dogecoin. But when Doge goes on a big run again, I think Snoop will be back. Hey, Matt, how are you? I don't understand how Robinhood would know the original value of the crypto I took off. They don't keep a record of it. So you just need to keep track on your own spreadsheets. That's all. Robinhood will not know. So when you get a 1099 from Robinhood, I don't know what they will do about coins you moved back onto Robinhood and sold. I don't know how they're going to account for that on the 1099. You just need to have your own spreadsheet, your own records of when you bought crypto and when you sold crypto, and you use those numbers when you do your taxes. And then if you get audited, you just show them your spreadsheet. You say, yeah, this is this, this is this, this is that, this is that, this is my profit, this was my loss, blah, blah, blah. Put on the form right there, all done. And so it's up to you. Don't rely on Robinhood to keep records for you. You got to keep them for yourself. We talk about taxes in December. I have a last December, I had an epic tax live stream, fielded questions for a couple hours. We went through like all sorts of tax scenarios. And we did it in December because it was before the end of the year when you could actually do something in terms of your trading. And then, of course, we talked about it again late March into April as people were doing their taxes. But the main one was in December. Joe is good for launch. And Joel, yeah, just hovering right at 16 cents right now with Dogecoin. 1596 now, but yeah, just basically right there. So Low Roller asks a good question. Can Roaring Kitty get in trouble by pumping GameStop stock? It's kind of interesting that he actually posted his positions with all those call options too. Don't know why he did that. Maybe it was an attempt to further pump the stock, but does him posting this, an Uno card, does him posting an Uno card and then posting his positions constitute pumping a stock? I don't think so. Jim Cramer didn't think so. Somebody asked him that, and he was like, no, that's not pumping a stock. That's just showing his position. Little fun with the Uno card. That's it. So now there is rumor this afternoon about E-Trade, because apparently somebody then figured out that he's doing his trading on E-Trade, and some people are probably talking to E-Trade, and E-Trade might threaten to cut off Roaring Kitty's account. That's how they fight you. They don't want you to win. Again, it's the big guys against us little guys. The big guys don't want the little guys to win. And they'll do what they can to keep us from getting rich. Of course, we now know how rich Keith Gill, Roaring Kitty, actually is. But yeah, he's playing a big institutional type game. The institutions can do it, but the individual trader, no, not supposed to be able to do that. Kind of interesting. Hey, Venom, how are you? You loaded the boat between 002, 004? Me as well. My average is 0036. And Jasmy's now at 035, so that's a 10x for me, and you must be right around there as well. But it's not time yet to take profits, is it? Not time yet. And of course, in our Kriss Packs DCA portfolio, our Jasmy average is 0.00366. 882%. This was 900% here when this was exactly the 10x there, or close thereof. I guess I got to do a refresh here. There we go. So yeah, because the price now is 358, so it's just under 366. So not quite that 900% or 10x. And on Doge, our average price is 06176, just around 6 cents. Average price of Dogecoin in the Kriss Packs DCA portfolio. Obviously, Jasmy has outperformed Doge in the past year. Who knew? Well, I kind of had a feeling, and that's why you have a diversified portfolio and you buy different coins, because you don't know what's going to take off. I mean, I have conviction about Dogecoin. Dogecoin just hasn't gone on its big run yet. Jasmy just did, and of course has the possibility of doing it yet again, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, doubling up in price again. And Doge is still waiting. Doge is still waiting. So we will see about that. We will see about that. You've got 17 million spell tokens and 8 million Jasmy tokens. That's a good bag of Jasmy on spell. How many spell tokens do I have? I haven't looked at it in a while. No, I'm at 10 million on spell. So you're above me on both spell and Jasmy. Great for you. Good bags. I just didn't remember what my spell was. 10 million. Yes, your portfolio is looking good and tasty with that. Yes, that's very nice. Can you still load up on Jasmy? So we're going to be talking about prices going forward for Jasmy, including some, of course, predicting $1 Jasmy. So 3.5 cents for Jasmy is not bad if you're looking at the possibility of $1. Now, I'm not predicting $1 yet for Jasmy. Right now, my target is 32 cents, which is still almost a 10x from here. So, again, not financial advice, but it seems if someone is looking to get into Jasmy, maybe 3.5 cents isn't too bad. Been seeming like most days now, we got a lot to talk about. We do. There's stuff happening. Most of it good, but every once in a while, there's something like the institutions against E-Trade, against Roaring Kitty, as well as what happened in the stock market with Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, and we'll see what else. There's stuff going on. So glad I sold a lot of stocks 2 to 3 years ago, bought into crypto, best decision. Crypto just outgains the stock market. It does. But you need to be in the right things, that's for sure. And not going and chasing all of those tokens because 99% of them you're not going to make money on. So I have my spreadsheets. I just don't know how Robin calculates it if they don't have a record of it. Right, that's all you need. Nope, you don't need to give Robinhood your record. All you need to do is when it's time to do your taxes, you just look at your spreadsheet and your profits and losses. And that's what you put on your tax return. Robinhood is not going to do it for you. The 1099 you get from Robinhood is just one part of the record that supports your claim of profit or loss. The rest of it is just on your spreadsheet. Your spreadsheet rules over the 1099s that you get. This is your first crypto bull run. You're doing pretty well. So this fall, we're going to start having a series. We're going to be talking about layering out profits. I think it's too early to do that. There are some like Bull Run who continues to take profits and then roll into other cryptos that Bull Run is interested in. You can do that, but just know that you're going to be paying, at least in the United States, a higher tax on the profit because it's a short-term capital gains tax as opposed to a long-term. So if you're willing to eat that 10 to 15% additional tax on your profit, you can do that. I'm not doing that. I'm playing the longer game through at least this fall when just about everything I own I'll have had for at least 12 months. And then it's a long-term capital gains tax on the profit, saving me that 10 to 15%. That's how I'm playing. Yeah, I think it is now, Ryan. I think this account is actually Keith. And I think a couple weeks ago when he was doing all those videos and all that fun stuff, I think it was all in preparation for this week because he's got millions of dollars on the line in those call options, which I don't completely understand, but I think that's what it was all about. And I mean, he's worth $100 million now. I mean, just crazy. Crazy from where he started. Will Roaring Kitty become a billionaire if it became successful on those option calls? Yeah. I don't know what the profits are on those option calls. So I don't know. There were some people speculating on X, but I don't understand how it all works. So can't tell you, but I mean, $100 million is a lot of money. To become a billionaire, I mean, I'm sure he's got it all figured out. We just don't know whether he's been taking any profits yet on those options. Because pre-market, GameStop was up over $40. It ended up at $28. And now after market, it's trading up close to $29. Yeah, it's big dump at opening. Just couldn't hold that 40. Came right down to 30 and then traded sideways most of the day before taking a little dip at the end of the day. So that was the GameStop price action today. SKL, music, I don't know what SKL is, Music Real. Is Doge going to go over 50 cents in the next 2 months? Well, that depends, PH. That depends. Right now, I'm predicting doubling in price. So 32 cents. Doge can do that without its own catalyst. Will Elon do something with Doge on X Twitter? If he does, well, 50 cents is nothing. It'll go much higher than that. And that's what Raul Paul said last week. Same thing when talking about Doge. And he owns some Doge. And he says, I own Doge because of Elon. Elon's going to do something. We just don't know when that's going to be. So we hold, we accumulate in preparation for that. But that's the catalyst that will send Doge skyrocketing. But Doge can go up on its own without that. And we've seen that because in February, Doge was 8 cents. Now it's around 16 cents, doubled in price. So to double from here, yes, Dogecoin can do that. Jasmy reaching all-time highs. I don't know what the coin circulation was when the Jasmy token came out. How many tokens there were at the beginning, I don't know. The price was very high, though. It was, and there was a lot of crazy trading and enthusiasm there. So I don't know if Jasmy's going to go back up to there. So what he's talking about, let's see where Jasmy is. I think it's number 61, coin market cap. Yeah, there it is right there. Jasmy, number 61. And so if we click on Jasmy and we look at the chart for the whole time for Jasmy, we have this huge spike back here. Back in February 2021, Jasmy was at $4.20. And does it actually say all-time high? Yes, all-time high was $4.99. $4.99 was the all-time high. So again, I don't know how many Jasmy tokens there were then and what the market cap was. I don't know. I'm guessing there weren't nearly as many tokens in circulation as there are now, which is 50 million. And there's 49.3 million in circulation out of the total supply of 50. I don't know what the circulating supply was back in February of 2021. So these old prices probably aren't anything of significance comparing to how Jasmy will trade today. That was the point, was that. Yeah, so here's Warren Buffett's. And I did not know that Berkshire Hathaway Class A has a price of $633,000 for one share. Didn't know that. So this was this morning. It went all the way down to, what was the price? $155. And why 155? I don't know. And then it got halted. There was some glitch. Something happened there. I did notice on Webull that there were trades. There were a number of trades of single shares for $155.87 or something like that. So I think there were some people that were able to buy some shares in this $600,000 stock, and they got it for $155 this morning. I don't know if there's a way for those platforms to reverse those trades. I'm guessing they probably will. And those people that had those executed trades couldn't do anything with it because they got the share of the stock, but then it was immediately halted and they couldn't sell it. And it was halted for quite a while. And I'm guessing during that period of time here, this gap of a couple hours, I'm guessing they were trying to clean up all the mess there. I put in a limit order at $156 just to see, but it didn't fill. It was already halted. But I thought, well, maybe there'll be some other glitch, like if it restarts, something will happen. It didn't fill. $633,000 for one share. That would have been awesome. You get it for $156. Oh, well. But if somebody was able to actually do it, wow, what luck. $600,000. Ah, what a story. But I'm guessing that those people that had those executed trades, they're going to reverse them. They're not going to be able to keep that. Because that's what the government does, and that's what the institutions do. They don't want you to win. Again, they don't want you to win. Right, nothing will happen to Roaring Kitty. That's what I think too. Now, if they go after his E-Trade account, that would be interesting. That's the new twist this afternoon, was his E-Trade account. And are they going to go after that? Monkey Chain thinks Doge is going to pump it to 22 cents and then 30. That's on the table. I know, really. $50,000. He started in, what, 2019? 2020? When did he start? I think it was late 2019. And now it's over 115 million with the chance for even more based on those options. He could relax and earn 5% interest, but does he want to? I think he still has a bigger goal in mind. Why would he be doing this? He updated on Reddit. He hasn't taken profits. He still holds all the calls. Well, there you go. There you go. GameStop is at $29.10 after market. So not going crazy. Not going crazy after market right now. New ETF going live tomorrow in Australia. Yeah, and the Hong Kong ETFs are even showing positive for Bitcoin. We'll see how much capital the Aussies put in to ETFs as well. This is just more and more leading to the scarcity of Bitcoin. More and more leading to the scarcity. Bitcoin price goes up. Most other cryptos go up too. So it's all good for crypto. We like that. We like that. Did you see the new CoffeeZilla video today? No, I didn't. Don't know what he talked about. I was busy working, trying to keep up with some of this stuff, but didn't get back onto YouTube to see what Coffee's talking about. if I go onto my channel and I just go home, it should pop up if there's a new video. YouTuber bank won't let you withdraw money. YouTuber bank won't let you withdraw money. Huh. Have to see what that's about. $18,000. They can't get it out. 60,000 frozen for somebody else. Wow. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Why is he on the cover? What's he got to do with it? I'll watch that later. See what's going on. Miladies, I haven't followed. Joe, that's one of those memes that I just didn't follow. So I don't know. Jasmy price for 2025? Too early to be talking about that. Let's see what happens in 2024. Can't talk about 2025 yet. They do have the roadmap that I showed on my Sunday video, if you didn't see that, for Jasmy. And I mean, they've got stuff planned through the end of this year, and I'm sure there's more going into next year. So Graham Stephan promotes the Yodi Bank. That's what it is. Well, of course. These YouTubers who promote this stuff and they don't even know what it is. They're just somebody giving them a paycheck, affiliate links, whatever. That's why Graham's on the cover. Got it. Again, I just use these, right? It's safe as can be, right? Ledger, Robinhood, Coinbase, and CryptoTab browser, right? All of these, and I've been using them for years. And I only promote what I use. And it's just those. I get emails all the time from all of these different companies, and they want me to promote this and that. And I'm just like, nope, nope. I've got some new exchange that wants to they want to have Zoom calls. And I'm just like, I don't even know who you are. And they're like, they're going to give me free money to trade on their exchange, try it out. And I'm just like, nope, not doing it. Because they're overseas somewhere. I don't know who owns it. I don't know anything about them, right? And then if I start promoting them and then they go under, you guys are going to be mad at me. Just like probably a lot of people are upset with Graham Stephan on that thing. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I don't need that trouble. So Ryan's going to hop into some GME tomorrow. You know, sometimes it takes a little risk to make it, right? You don't know, but you take a little risk. So I bought some GME this morning at pre-market, $40 GME. I didn't know it was going to be dropping down below 30, but so I'm a little down on it, but it's not a huge amount. It was my $2,000 I had from last week. We were talking about it. Could have bought it at $22. Didn't. But I'm in the GME game now. Just play it out, see what happens. And these things take time, especially with Roaring Kitty, with Keith, right? It's like, it's not going to be all one day. It's going to play out over time. Yeah, we'll talk about the dollar stuff. Kriss likes Back to the Future 2. Back to the Future 2 is when they went. That's not the one where they went back in time to the Western stuff. What was that, 3? I don't remember. In 6 months from now, A-Star asks, Doge is at 30 cents. Elon adds X payments. How high do you think the price will go? If it's already at 30 cents and then he adds it, it's like $2 Doge. $2 Doge. Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be crazy when that happens. And that's what we're waiting for, is something like that. 30 cents is good, but that's not where we want to be. That's not why we're buying Dogecoin. We're buying Dogecoin for its use as a currency. And if it's integrated into X, like Elon has kind of been hinting at, if he does something with it, like many believe, yeah. You should buy AMC stock. I already made my profit on AMC. Yeah, over $12. Yep, that's where I sold it. I sold it at over $12. What's AMC doing now? Yeah, again, pre-market, it was up here around $6, opened at $5.70, and then dumped down with GME. Now it's at $4.80. I don't know if AMC, I mean, if GameStop goes on a big run, like doubles in price, you know, to like $60, AMC might make $10. I don't know. At this point, it's hard to tell with these things. Hard to tell. Spellcoin. Yes, Dian. Let's look at Spellcoin. It's a spell token, actually. Spell went on a great run today. It was down here yesterday at 0.01055. Again, it just dropped to 0. And at its peak today, it was up 37%. That's a nice little run in a day. And but this isn't a dump, really. This is profit taking because it doesn't keep going down, right? It then finds a new support level and then trades back up. So this is actually very healthy trading for a coin right here. It's very healthy to come up, have some profit taking, come up higher, have more profit taking, and then jump up even higher and have some profit taking, and not just dump all the way back down. That's what happens to meme coins. No, this is going up, and this isn't even as high as it's been. I mean, we zoom out, right, and we look at, you know, it was up here at 1.6, 1.7. Now it's 1.3. This is the big run that it went on here, like late February into early March. So this is just recovering back to these prices that we saw back early March. So yeah, this is good, healthy trading. So I'm into this, and I got in at 0.005, so I'm up already double on my purchase. And that was last December, I think it was when I bought this. Yeah, it was back here. So that's where I bought it in. So yeah. So this is tied to the abracadabra, and again, it's not really used here in the United States. It's more worldwide, but actual has a use case. It's not just a meme token. And you know, it's traded on Coinbase. I think it's after SHIB. I think this is the lowest price coin. Well, and Bonk too, right? SHIB and Bonk, and then this one. As you know, price per token, it's one of the lowest, and so it gets a lot of trading here in United States because it has this really low price, and people think that they'll go to a penny or $1 even, which is a little unrealistic because there's so many of these tokens. But to have a bag of 10 million tokens, I'm like, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens with it. But it's not one of those memes that's going to go to 0, because it actual has a use and is tied to a real thing. So that's my take on Spell. The Western one was 3. Yeah. 2 is the future first and then back to 1955. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen all of those movies. Been a while. I don't know why Ryan picked out number 2 here for me, but Venom thinks 50 cents Venom or for a Jasmy. God, that'd be nice. 50 cents. That would be sweet. Yeah, Doge just kind of doing its thing. And Jasmy 3.6. Just hanging out right now. Just watch Vision Pulse say he is an expert on Doge and think it's going to hit $1, but he holds no Doge. So what does that mean? An expert on Doge. I'm an expert on Doge, sure. I mean, I've been talking about Dogecoin for over 3 years. I know all about it, know how it works, know, but I hold a lot of it too, which helps to know more about it if you actually hold it, I think. Whoever this guy is. Oh, well, you're only watching me now. Awesome. Hit the like button. Thank you, Monkey Chain. Appreciate the support. 100 million in volume today for Spell. Yeah, Spell just good volume of trading today. People are excited about it. It's awesome. What's up, Lucas? Week started good. Beautiful weather here in Boston. Nice. Got the hair trimmed a bit. Doing all right. 20 cents. Pat, we'll be over 20 cents here in a month, I think. We'll be over 20 cents. We'll get into the news in just a minute where we'll be talking about. You've got 1 million Spell. That's good. That was good. It's on my YouTube page. Oh, that whatever I was looking at. Yeah, maybe. Caspa's doing well. Yeah, we were looking at the bubbles earlier. Yeah, Caspa seems to be in the top 100, the biggest percentage, and that dog to the moon thing just is now a top 100 crypto dog. There's Floki coming back up again. They're the big leaders today, are those 3. Doge just hanging out, doing its thing on the crypto bubble front. Yes, I'm a renowned analyst. Yes, I am. Somebody called me that. I was like, okay. Vision Pulse is a good guy. Well, thanks, Mary. I know. Low Roller asked a good question. If he knows Dogecoin is going to hit $1, how come he doesn't own any? Exactly. Right. If you're so convinced it's going to hit $1, you should have some in your bag because that's a nice gain. Vision is only a self-claimed expert, but he only talks BS. I don't know. I've never seen him. So I don't know. Yeah, Miller time. Cheers. Overnight GME, who knows, Ali? I'm looking right now at just watching what happens after market. There are some people speculating that Keith may actually do a live stream. He used to live stream at 7 o'clock at night. If he did that tonight, if he actually did a live stream, that would be crazy. But if nothing happens, if actually nothing happens, then no. nothing. So yeah, we're just getting rid of Mango. I just don't want to deal with him. Don't want to deal with him. Well, you didn't lose, Pat, unless you sold, right? You only lose if you sell. If you're down a little bit, it's on paper. You haven't lost, and you're waiting. Could be a good time to buy some more on dips, lower your average. That's what a lot of people do. You woke up early for that GME run, sold in pre-market, might reinvest my wins into Doge if it dips. It's a good plan, Tedward. Vision Pulse, David Mitchell, only guys I trust. Thanks, A-Star. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know Vision Pulse. I'll have to look at him. All right, we're going to get into the news now. What is going on? We start with Bitcoin. This is Titan of Crypto, and he thinks there is a crucial breakout incoming. Be ready. It's getting closer and closer for this big Bitcoin breakout. He is looking back in 2020 and what happened back in 2020 after there was some sideways movement following the big early pandemic dip. That crazy dip when we didn't know what was going to happen in the world. I'll just leave it at that. And then we were in this box here. And then after that box, there was one last dip around July, August timeframe before Bitcoin took off. So you take that fractal and you put it back over here, and you're looking at $100,000 Bitcoin. Easily. So there's that. We have, yes, the new Australian ETF, the Hong Kong ETF seem to be doing very well. And it looks like we don't have as much selling going on with the grayscale, futures to spot change where people have been selling out of that grayscale spot because they had it wrapped up in futures before. That's slowing down. That's just more and more accumulation. But yet Bitcoin has been going pretty much sideways, just under 70K. But this is what's coming, is this. So shift to meme coins. Traders favor Dogecoin as Bitcoin stagnates. Yeah, the traders, right? They're like, why isn't Bitcoin doing anything? I can make my money somewhere else. And so you would think with all these spot ETFs, right, the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. Traders are getting bored. So they are selling Bitcoin and getting into other alts. We saw a week ago, Michael Vanderpop had a video on his whole strategy of selling all of his Bitcoin because he thinks we are now at the start of alt season. And he says alts are going to outperform Bitcoin in the next 6, 8, 10 months. And he wants to be in those alts that then he can sell those alts to buy back into Bitcoin. And he may even double the amount of Bitcoin that he had when he sold. How about that for a strategy? So is Dogecoin part of that? Yes, he supports Dogecoin. He thinks Dogecoin is going to $1. So he holds Dogecoin along with a number of other alts that he has bought. And he just did his 5 top alts video yesterday, I think it was. And Doge was in there. So So that's happening, is a rotation out of Bitcoin into alts in preparation for this big alt season, out of Bitcoin into alts, including Dogecoin. Dogecoin's open interest has been decreasing. There's some bearish sentiment about Dogecoin because those that have been holding Dogecoin for a long time are like, why isn't it doing anything, right? You see the turbos and, these others like making great gains, and Doge and Shiba are just sitting there. But Doge and Shiba will have their day. They're just waiting. Jack, Doge dumping again. This is just trading. This is nothing. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin just dropped below 69K. Bitcoin goes down. Dogecoin goes down. It's not just Doge going down on its own. Okay? So it's not just that. So you got to watch for that. It's not just Doge. Meanwhile, Doge gathers momentum as experts predict breakout, because there are many who are talking about this upcoming thing with Elon. And so to see these dips, scoop up those dips, because it's coming. It's coming. And it's not, Doge is not going to drop down to like 10 cents on its own. Now, if Bitcoin has a huge dump because of some big black swan event, Doge will go down too. But Doge isn't going to dump on its own. It has too much support for that. So if Bitcoin goes down, it drags most of the crypto market with it, including Dogecoin. But the rest of this is all about the whales are accumulating Doge on these dips because they all think Elon's going to do something too. And we've shown those whale charts, and I got it again on another chart here, that they are scooping up. Cryptocurrency expert Michael Vandepop identified Dogecoin as a safe bet in this cycle. Yes, a safe bet. Again, Dogecoin will most likely follow Bitcoin, but when the big catalyst hits for Doge is going to take off on its own. And it's probably going to lift up Shiba and some other cryptos with it when that happens. But yes, there are other notable tokens. There's WIF, there's Bonk, there's Floki. The Book of Meme was in the top 100 for a little bit. Now it's the dog to the moon thing, right? We've got that whole not coin thing, right? Craziness. So it's still the memes that have been really running crypto in early 2024. It's just not been Doge or Shiba. Now, they both doubled in price from where they were from the beginning of the year, which is good. It's just not that multiple X gain yet that we've seen in a Pepe and Bonk and Floki. So I don't think now is the time to be selling Doge and chasing those tokens that have already pumped. The idea was to get in early, get it at a low price, and then you wait it out. You got to have patience. If you do that, I'm going to sell this and go chase that thing, most of the times you end up losing with that strategy. So be careful with that. Altcoin Sherpa says the potential rise of Dogecoin to 40 cents is one of the lowest risk trades this cycle. There is a lot of support of Dogecoin out there and think that Doge is going to go on its run. So 30 cents, 40 cents, $1, We will see. Sherpa's analysis drew attention to Elon Musk's open admiration for Dogecoin, insinuating that a single tweet could catalyze a momentous market explosion for Doge. Yes, it also has great liquidity and low downside compared to other meme coins. And that's, I mean, Doge has been in the top 10 since 2014. It fell out of the top 10 into like 20 or 30 or so back in like 2019 or something like that, but traded right back up and then back into the top 10. So that's Doge. Dogecoin analyst predicts 200% surge. So do you buy Doge today? Again, 200%. It keeps coming up, which is why I put that on the thumbnail, right? 200%. Who's saying 200%? Well, Ali Martinez. Dogecoin sets 200% price surge. And he's looking at a lot of different metrics across multiple areas on sort of the technical side of how Doge is trading and what is leading up to this breakout. And that's what Ali has been, Ali's finding. Here's the whale accumulation that we showed this the other day, that this is price dips, the whales buy. Price goes up, you see the whale purchases slow down. Price goes back down, they buy more. They're accumulating, waiting for this big thing coming. Between longs and shorts, I don't understand this chart. I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, I don't understand what this means so much. But this I get is just an extension of this descending wedge where Doge just hasn't really broken out yet back up into the 20s. This has just been extended out. And that's because Bitcoin is getting extended out. That's all that is. And Doge will continue to extend out and do this kind of sideways trading as Bitcoin does. So we'll be looking at that. Thank you, Johnny. Got a little cut today. Meanwhile, we've got this guy, Brad Garlinghouse. Ripple CEO says Doge has no use case. Don't like this guy. For me, the 10-year prediction has to be about utility, not speculation. It should be about solving real problems, which again, I have shown again and again, Dogecoin's use as a currency is its utility. And it's the best at it. Yeah, and Brad wishes that XRP had the memes behind it, right? In the community behind it. The XRP army is like, what? I mean, those people must be just boring as hell. I mean, really, come on. What's there to get excited about with this guy and Ripple and XRP? They're nothing. And yet they continue to mint new tokens, sell them, right? So they can pay their salaries, pay for their lawyer fees, right? And so it's a stable coin at 52 cents again and again and again. It's just going nowhere. I don't think XRP is ever even going to hit $1 from 52 cents. It's just not going to happen. All these people getting all excited, like, yeah, it's like XRP to $1. It's just like, no, because they just keep minting and selling and minting and selling. So, Garlinghouse specifically addressed Dogecoin, acknowledging its significant market capitalization exceeding $23 billion, despite a clear use case. I don't think Dogecoin has been a good thing for the industry, Garlinghouse remarked, and I'm not anti-Dogecoin, but I don't know what the use case is. Well, if you say that it's not good for the industry, yet there's so many people that came into crypto because of Dogecoin, it actually helps the crypto industry. That's the part that he doesn't get. I only know about XRP because of Dogecoin. I got into crypto because of Doge. And if he doesn't get that, it's like, come on, man, embrace it. Doge is here. And if he's not careful, Doge is going to flip XRP again, like it did back in 2021. It is going to flip XRP again. And then we'll see what Brad has to say when Doge flips XRP. I will be celebrating that day. Brad needs to embrace Dogecoin, understand what Dogecoin does for the crypto space, bringing new people in, having fun with dogs and memes and all of that, but yet still being used. We showed on Friday the Williamsburg pizza buying pizza there with Doge, wallet to wallet, and you get 25% off your pizza if you use Dogecoin. And now Tesla Model Doge is on X saying that Williamsburg is getting so much attention because of that. Not only are they going to have a big event next weekend about anyone who's got a Shiba dog, an actual pup, they want to get a bunch of them there in the store promoting the use of Dogecoin. And then they're rolling out nationwide to all these pizza shops, these Doge registers, Doge only registers. It's like you just use your like MyDoge wallet, scan the QR code, wallet to wallet, done, 25% off your pizza. Lower East Side, Manhattan there, Ryan. Lower East Side. Look them up. I'm going to be in New York probably next month. So I'm going to try and get down there. Spend some Doge on a pizza. That's awesome. So that's Doge. What's going on with Jasmy? So Jasmy has this big holder called DWF. And they were a huge holder of Jasmy probably for a long time. And they have had 3 large sales, 50 million Jasmy. They sold on the 31st. And then on the 1st, they sold 35 million more. And then they just sold 12 million. So that's 97 million. So that's huge selling pressure. But yet, Jasmy continues to hold its own very well because there's a lot of buying pressure coming in too. They just couldn't. I mean, obviously the first 2 sales, the 50 and 35, got eaten back up by retail. This last one here, which was right up near 4 cents, upper 3s, haven't gotten back up to eat that one up yet, but it will. So there was a short-term price drop after each sale. So that is what the Jasmy price has been fighting, is that. So biggest crypto gainers this week, we've got the Not Coin, we've got Ondo, and Jasmy. And Jasmy, that's right. Jasmy coin trading in a bullish zone, making higher high structure on the daily chart. So again, touching 4 cents, and then red day after that. So today is on the daily Jasmy. We can show this here on the daily chart. Looking at that red. But actually that red seems to be, boy, if in the next couple hours, Jasmy price can get back up to 362 or so, it'll turn back to green. So we'll see if we get something moving back up for Jasmy there. But that's not too bad. Pretty strong chart here on the daily for Jasmy there. Jasmy started a major bullish move from the lower support levels of 1.5 cents. The price broke above major trend line, broke past its key 50-day, 200-day moving averages, and then this upsurge. So that's what we've got for Jasmy. This is the 50-day moving average here in blue. You can barely see it there. But yeah, broke above it back here on the 15th of May, came back and retouched it here on the 20th of May before then taking off. So strong work there for Jasmy. Analysts are optimistic, predicting Jasmy price will reach higher in upcoming sessions. So that was that. Then we've got Jasmy skyrockets. Can Jasmy reach $1? So that's what a lot of people, of course, I mean, we've heard about Doge, right? Every time Doge goes on a run, it's like, okay, well, now Doge can Doge reach $1? Well, now they're talking about Jasmy. Can Jasmy reach $1? So the recent surge can be attributed to a number of factors, and I see some questions there. The AI-focused program Junction AI is starting to attract interest. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see this Junction. And I'm just learning about it now, and that's part of the roadmap that I talked about on yesterday's Jasmy video. I just didn't know the name Junction, but that's what they're calling it. We'll see how that works. Again, that's going to be later this year. They're going to be working more on that. There's the locking 100 million Jasmy coins were locked last month. And then this partnership is not between Jasmy and Apple. It's Apple with Japan and how Jasmy is being used with that integration. So it's not a partnership between Jasmy and Apple. And there are still some headlines that get that wrong. And even them saying it here in this article, not quite right. And I went into this in detail yesterday's video of how Jasmy is actually going to be used. So that is all very strong. And then because of its price action, it was the most tweeted altcoin on X this past week was Jasmy. Trending, everyone talking about it. It was pretty exciting. My tweets about it were just getting reposted and reposted. And so we wait and see how this plays out right now, because again, a lot of these things take time. There's a little hype about it. You know, the news comes out, price goes up, but then price doesn't continue to go up because it all has to play out still. And that's what we're waiting for. Mr. Patrick Schmidt says, I think Jasmy at $1 is a pretty much set in stone, but I sure wouldn't mind $5. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like $1 would be amazing. Let's see, long way to go. We'll find out in the next 12 to 16 months. So at least he has the right time frame for Jasmy to $1, because it's not happening in the summer. And anyone who thinks it is, just no. Jasmy is not going to $1 this summer. Can it do a 200%? Yes, it can. Once we get the next bit of news about how this whole, the digital ID and the wallet thing is all going to work within Apple, there will be news that will come out about that. When that comes, Jasmy will go on its next pump. And that's the 200% I see coming for Jasmy. Longer range, sure. $1, maybe. We'll see how that all plays out. That's a long ways down the road, though, in my opinion. So watch my video from yesterday, Jay Bella. I did a whole thing on Jasmy, the Jasmy breakout, and I went into all the detail. Okay? So watch that video. Go on my YouTube and don't watch Back to the Future 2. That's not what we're talking about here, right? Don't watch that. But this right here, Jasmy next breakout coming. I get into all the detail in that video there. All right. Back to the Future 2. I was like, where did that come from? It's like, it was on the YouTube page, of course. So, and then we got Sheeb. So Sheeb is still hanging out there. I still have my bag of Sheeb and just waiting and waiting and waiting. They continue to burn lots of Sheeb tokens. Its rate spiked over to 1,000% over the weekend. And a trader predicts the price potentially doubling or even tripling. So we have another 200% prediction, this time for Sheeb. I was just joking about that from the video here that is now free with ads on YouTube for Back to the Future, but don't watch that until you're done watching me. That's what I meant. Yes, go watch Back to the Future 2 if you want to on YouTube. It's free. But not right now, because I'm still live. So don't leave here to go watch that. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. So Sheeb we're waiting for. We'll see what happens with Sheeb. I still think, despite a lot of the transfer that happened, a lot of Sheeb holders sold Sheeb and got into Pepe because Pepe was pumping and they followed Pepe. But the ones that were still there, they're waiting. And maybe there's some Pepe profit takers that bought back into Sheeb. We'll see. But Sheeb's going to go on a run at some point in time. When I had this one other thing I forgot here on Doge, Titan of Crypto, right? Doge is ready to send hard in the coming months. It's programmed, big green area here. The Doge seems to be acting again like it did back in 2020. A very similar setup for Doge is repeating itself. Doesn't mean necessarily that's going to go on a big run, but a lot of times what happens in the past repeats in the future, or rhymes, as some people say, because it doesn't repeat exactly. Dogecoin has a much larger market cap now, and so won't perform exactly the same as it did back then, but the setup is certainly there. So wanted to bring that one up for Doge again, because I had that little bit of news as well. So that's where we are with all the news. Jasmy's just kind of going sideways right now, hanging out. And Doge as well, just dipped a little bit below 16. Again, following Bitcoin. Same, red, 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 green, green. Doge, red, 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 green, green. It's following Bitcoin, guys. So whoever said that Doge is dumping, it's just following Bitcoin. We get a lot of that. No, it's not a sell the news. Jasmy is holding pretty well above 3.5 cents. If it was a sell the news, it would go back down to 2, right? 1.5 or 2 cents where it was. And that's not happening. Not happening. Brett. Yeah, Brett seems to be trading down. Looks like there's a lot of profit taking going on Brett here. Actually, It turned around and went back up from when I was watching it. Because I was watching it when it looked like it was scaling down, but it looks like Brett has turned around. Wow. Now at 12 cents. Again, that's where it was back here on Sunday. And then there was this huge sale, huge dip Sunday evening. Brett's doing all right. Again, it's a meme. Doesn't do anything. Just a token named Brett. Well, turning around, coming back up. It is true. Biden did not sign the crypto bill. It is true. He vetoed it. So many believe that after the Trump conviction, people in the Democrat Party thinks that Biden can win without embracing the crypto voters. That's what the speculation is out there. And so he vetoed the bill. Is there enough votes to override the veto? Many don't think so. You need 2/3. They probably have 60%, but probably not enough for an override. So they may not even try it. I don't know. In the big scheme of things, it really doesn't matter, I think, because if the Republicans take over in the fall and have the president, they will be able to get all these crypto things straight. So we'll be watching that. We'll be watching that. Hi, Jen, new to crypto. What's a good platform to use to trade? Many start with Robinhood because it's easy to use, no fee trading, etc. But it has a very limited number of cryptocurrencies. And once you really get into understanding crypto and what it is, Robinhood isn't really the best platform for that, which is why I use Coinbase, which is here. I don't know if you're in the United States. If you are, there's not a lot of great other opportunities that are trusted exchanges. I have a link in the description below for both Coinbase and Robinhood if you're interested in trying either out. I recommend, though, for if you are familiar with trading, like you've traded stocks before, then Coinbase. MEXC or Bybit are not located in the United States, so I don't support them. And so you're then relying on an out-of-country service that, if you have any problems, may be difficult to get support. And there are many who believe on, especially MEXC, there's some funny business that goes on when you start to try and take profits. Just saying, got to be careful out there. I trust Coinbase and Robinhood, and that's why I support them and have affiliate links for them. I've been approached many times to join the MEXC team. I won't do it. I don't know who they are. And I've heard enough stories about stuff going on that I don't support them. But that's just me. If you use MEXC and you're happy with it, good for you. So that's just me. Alshaj from Florida, you're welcome. You're welcome. We'll see, Samson, what Dogecoin does. We'll see. We'll give it time. We will give it time. Seeing a lot of Doge hate, even in Reddit. Guy from Coin Bureau has been throwing shade at Doge. I don't know. Bitcoin maxis don't like Dogecoin just because we have so much fun with crypto and they don't. And they're like too set on like Bitcoin is the god of crypto and everything else is, should be gone. That's the Bitcoin maxis, right? Well, that's just not how things work in life, right? So think Shiba move this month, maybe. Brett's over $1 billion. Wow. A lot of people buying the Brett meme, that's for sure. Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin, thinks Jasmy is going to $300. Hi, Denise, how are you? What determines which meme coins are listed on Coinbase? I only feel comfortable buying on Robinhood Coinbase. Is it more likely than not by the time it reaches Coinbase, the run is over? On some, I mean, I bought Bonk when it got listed on Coinbase at 10, and Bonk is at 34, 33. So I've already made 200% on Bonk. Bonk has not, Coinbase has not listed Pepe, and many are wondering, well, why didn't Coinbase list Pepe? I think Coinbase needs to be satisfied of who the owners are, and they probably want to even meet with the owners. And with Bonk, they were probably able to, because it's the Solana team, from my understanding. And whoever created Pepe probably just wants to stay anonymous. So we know who Sheeb is, right? We know who, and so Sheeb is on Coinbase. So they probably spoke with whatever his name is, Raishobi or whatever he goes by. And they probably got that worked out. So Coinbase would list Sheeb. And maybe the Pepe owner doesn't want to get doxxed. So that's my guess. And that's why Coinbase doesn't list all of these other, tokens, is all because of that. Coinbase needs to make sure that they're in line with the SEC and they're not selling unregistered securities, all of that, because they're here in the United States. Robinhood also doesn't list any of that stuff either. If you want to buy those, you either have to go outside of the United States to an exchange that lists them, or do it on a DEX, decentralized exchange. So those are your choices. Now, whether the run is already over, you probably miss out on initial runs of low market cap, because Coinbase will not list low market cap tokens. They don't. I mean, they took forever just to list Doge. Hard to believe that it was summer of 2021 when they finally got around to Doge. But again, they're making sure that they're following whatever laws they need to be followed. And even then, SEC sues them, but they're still not going to take their chances on tokens that they're not at least talking to who owns them. That's my guess. Beeps, 20 to 35 cent Jasmy in the height of the bull run. Yeah, I'm in that range. I'm definitely in that range right now. Again, I want to see how Jasmy trades out based on, again, this initial news. It looks like support is holding well at 3.5 cents. So I think Jasmy's going to do very well this fall. And that's going to be the big run that will be coming. If Jasmy hit $1, then it would be a $50 billion market cap, because there's 50 billion Jasmy. Oh, 49.3, right? Almost 50 billion. would be the market cap of Jasmy. Yeah, people like MEXC, but just again, MEXC is going to be instituting KYC, offshore. Just be careful. That's all I say if you're going to do that. Yeah, and use a VPN, but you're still going to have to do KYC now, from what I understand. So some think they're for third world monkeys. Again, I'm not using them. There are some people who want to trade with leverage and they use MEXC or some of these other ones for that. Again, I don't trade with leverage either. So caffeine, I need to warn everyone here about using Coinbase. They have an on-off switch. You lost a swap trade due to maintenance. I don't use the base chain, so I don't know what that swapping is. I haven't bought anything on it, so don't know. Yeah, when Bitcoin drops, the alts bleed typically at a larger percentage. But now we're getting at that phase where we're still in the bull market. Bitcoin is going to continue to go up, and alts are going to outperform Bitcoin. That's what I think is happening. Don't go all in on alts. Again, having a little Bitcoin in your portfolio is always recommended. Sky limit. Thank you. You missed me back in 2021. Does that mean that coins not on Coinbase are more sussy? Could be. Yep. Doesn't mean you can't make money on them. And they've got a lot of coins. So it's like everything I own is either Robinhood or Coinbase, except for the Doge that I still have left tucked away in a wallet somewhere that I bought on Whitebit back in early 2021. But yeah, my whole portfolio is all bought on, well, some of it was bought on Binance.us when they did have an on-ramp and off-ramp for fiat money, USD, but they don't anymore. So whatever I had left on there, I moved it all off. So I don't have anything on Binance US anymore. But yeah, Jasmy on Coinbase, Spell token on Coinbase, Bonk. So those are all there. I've never had a problem with Coinbase. Thanks, Mr. Real. Appreciate it. Yep, 4 cents. Called it on Jasmy. How low? I think 3.5 cents. We're trying to see if that's going to hold as support before we move up further. And right now, that 3.5 cent that we saw that's holding pretty well there. Yeah, 3.4 looks to be that support line. I could actually drop a line there, right at 3.4. Put that in yellow. That becomes support. And we'll see if that holds right there. So the dog to the moon coin, again, I don't know what it is. It's a meme on the Bitcoin network. Great. Again, I don't, we looked at it here. I mean, it just fell out of the top 100. It just disappeared, just like that. So now it's on the second page here. There it is. It's on the second page now. Rank number 102. It just had a little retrace there. Dog to the moon. Looks like People is falling back a little bit. That was pumping the other day. Superverse had a good run today. It's up. All good. Leverage Mexi. Yeah. Well, good luck. Greetings from Virginia Beach. Joseph, cheers. What has more potential? Well, I own both because I think they both have potential for different reasons. So, so both. I think they'll both do 200% this summer, and they'll both possibly make upwards of 10x gains. So, again, 10x from here, Jasmy goes to 35 cents, and 10x for Doge. Doge is over $1, to $1.50. That's kind of a realistic outlook here. Jasmy, because it's a lower market cap, could possibly do better percentage-wise. But I think Jasmy just had that immediate bit of news there, and I don't think there's a huge, giant catalyst yet looking at their sort of mapping out what they're doing for the rest of the year. Again, I looked at in yesterday's video, looked at their roadmap. So, but they'll both be around for a long time, I think. And Jasmy is just, Jasmy kind of got crushed pretty bad in the bear market. Really bad. Think about it. Dogecoin's high was 74 cents and Jasmy was at $4, and Jasmy went all the way down to 0.0025 in this bear market, and Dogecoin only fell to 4.9 cents. I say only, it's still a lot, but Jasmy just got killed. So Jasmy has more ground to make up, more to recover. Will it happen? We don't know. Again, Jasmy doesn't have an Elon. They've got the ex-Sony group running it, and it's got real good, solid project stuff around it. Is that enough to make it just totally go crazy? I don't know. Satoshi, you're having a lot of fun. I don't think we're going to see back down to 2 cents. I really don't. Again, I just drew this line at 3.4 here, and it looks like that support is holding, particularly as we go forward through the week and we start seeing positive gains. Bitcoin and the rest of crypto will move up, and so we're not going to see that dip back down into the 2s. I do not know what SWFTC is, Beebs. Should I know what this is? SWFTC. Swift coin. Turn my screen white. Swift coin. Built on Ethereum. Circulating supply is 4 billion out of 10 billion. So not even half of the tokens are in circulation. So be careful about that. I don't know what their release of tokens is, what their schedule is for that. Cross-chain app. So it's like a swap exchange. So what does the Swift token do? Swift blockchain platform that allows users to trade, invest, and transact in cryptocurrencies since 2017. They have an app. They do web swap. So why do you need a Swift token? Do you have to have a Swift token to make a swap? I don't know. Doesn't seem necessary to me, but obviously people are buying this thing. Market cap of 49 million. That's pretty low. It's a rank number 935. Oh my God, look at this. Back in 2018, it had a price of like 6 or 7 cents. Now it's 0.004. I don't know about this. But hey, you want to gamble on it and take a chance. Looks like you can make some money on it. Looks like it's gone up like 2x since February. But then so did Dogecoin. You're trying to get back into Jasmy? Look for dips, yeah. Just look for dips. We had one overnight here down at 3.4 cents. We'll see. We'll watch and see whether indeed that's the lowest in this retrace here from after hitting 4 cents. We'll watch it. I haven't used Coinbase Wallet, so I don't use it. I had signed up for it and they were going to give something free for it, and I looked at it and I was just like, yeah, nope, not using it. I already have enough wallets already. I didn't need a Coinbase wallet too. I do my trading on Coinbase, but then I move the coins off either into my Ledger or into my Exodus, and I always have some Doge in MyDoge wallet. That's what I do. I don't use Coinbase wallet. Metal Detecting England, how are you? Appreciate it. XCN. Is an XCN like a cable company or something? That's what I remember. XCN name was some cable company back in the day. XCN. Onyx Coin. Onyx Coin. Another one built on Ethereum. Circulating supply is only about 57% of the total, so they still have a lot more tokens to release. $100 million market cap, number 612 overall. Onyx, the backbone of decentralized Web3 protocols. They have an app, NFT lending, decentralized governance and utility token. I don't know anyone who uses this Onyx app though. So it's pretty small usage overall, I guess. Good luck. I don't think, AJ, I don't think we're going to see Jasmy drop down like that. Not after this news. Right, Julian? Jasmy's going to shock people. Joseph says, I believe Jasmy has a longevity, but man, I love the Doge. Yep. So have both, like I do. You just have both. Jasmy about to do a next big move up. You got out at 4 cents, Mr. Rio, and then looking to buy back in. Yep. Why Jasmine in Revolut is 0.33? I don't know. William likes the dog to the moon token. Seems like all of Doge's projects are all talk, keep getting delayed. Yep, I know. It's frustrating, isn't it? It's frustrating, I know. We wait. Stoli, you do mean Jasmy and not Jasmine, because I don't know what Jasmine is, other than something that smells good, right? Jasmine. But Jasmy, that's what we're talking about here, is this token here called Jasmy. I think that's what you mean. Why does Jasmy go down? Profit taking. It's trading. All it is trading. So, look at the hourly chart and you'll be able to see, right? You get this big move up to create a new high of 4 cents. I'm not counting what happened back in 2021. And people take profits, like Mr. Real here just took profits. It went up. All right, I'm going to take profits, going to buy back in at a lower price. People do that. It's trading. You get a lot of selling. But then you also have these guys. Now, where is that again? You get these guys, the DWF labs, that have 97 million Jasmy that they moved onto Binance and sold. So every time there was a pump up, boom, boom, boom. So you get a big selling pressure. That brings the price down. More retail buys it back up. The price goes back up. So that's all it is. Now we seem to be leveling out here, right at about 3.5, 3.5, 3.6. Which would be good if Jasmy just settles here for a little bit, creates a new support level right here at 3.4. That would be fine. That would be fine. In fact, I'm going to take that 3 and I'm going to make it a different color. So yellow becomes support. Frustrating is putting it polite. I know, 8 breath. But I've been on the Doge train for 3.5 years now. So you learn to be patient. Definitely. Yeah, we don't know what MyDoge is going to be. We think it's the Doginals. We think it's going to be related to NFTs or something, that you'll be able to hold them and trade them on the MyDoge app. That seems to be what people are talking about. So I'll go with that for now. It's probably that. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, that's what we've got. Look, Jasmy, 3.5, 3.6 cents. That's, again, like a good level. Doge is following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is dropping down. Let me get to the 15-minute chart here. Yeah, Bitcoin couldn't hold 69K, drops down. So Doge is below 16 cents. That's what we got going into tonight. Also, GameStop still up about 2.5% in aftermarket, but not really taking off yet. Nothing else is really moving much aftermarket either. So yeah, that's what we got. Oh, I'll be live again Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So again, might start 4:30 if things are looking like I'm able to get on a little early, and then we will see from there. Yeah, people have been asking Binance to get Jasmy out of that innovation zone and into the more regular market listing. They should do that now. I mean, Jasmy's number 61, in all cryptos. I think it's out of the innovation zone. They should do that. That would help. That would help. So, all right, that's what we've got. Hey, look. Hope everyone has a good evening, and probably have video tomorrow and then be live again on Wednesday. So we'll see you all then.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.